What's going on, guys? Sports Snippets. Dennis Sullivan. How the heck are you? It is late night on a Monday, August 1st. Wanted to spend a few moments discussing some things regarding Major League Baseball, as we've certainly hit a very interesting time of the season. So we're clearly in the second half of the season. You got about 2 months, close to 2 months left, and then we will begin the postseason, of course, as well. And they got about 60 games. So the average amount of games left per team as I make this video is about 60. Two big topics right now. Oh, and before I get started, I almost forgot. If you do like the content of this particular video, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel as well, which would be completely awesome, guys. Now, the big topic right now are the two players that, rightfully so, we constantly hear about when it comes to Major League Baseball in the season of 2022 is Aaron Judge, as he has now equaled Barry Bonds through 102 games. In other words, when Barry Bonds hit his record 73 home runs, most home runs ever hit in one season by a Major League Baseball player back in 2001. During that season, Barry Bonds had 42 home runs through 102 games. Aaron Judge, as we head into Monday's action, has 42 home runs through those same amount of games, 102. Will Aaron Judge be able to equal the season or even go higher, hit more than 73 home runs? That I can't say yes or no for sure. I mean, because it's such a difficult number to hit as far as home runs in a season, I mean, I would have to say probably not. I think most people right now are saying probably not. But hey, you know what? Through 102 games, he has just as many home runs as Barry Bonds had back in 2001. So, of course, with the Yankees playing fantastic baseball, still the best record in the American League, of course, the name Aaron Judge is going to come up as far as a possible MVP for this season. And that is completely understandable. However, the other guy who's getting constant press, constant mention in the most valuable player conversation is Mr. Ohtani, who plays for the Angels out west in California, who puts up, and I heard, you guys may know, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, or especially lately, or TikTok, I like to put together a few things as well, a few videos. Lately, I have been saying here and there that I like to spend some time listening to sports radio, especially on the weekends. Have a little bit of extra time to kick around, and I like to get some perspective, and in some cases, I like to share that with you guys in the form of a video. And one interesting point was made this past weekend, I heard. Forget the channel again, because I do jump around a lot. And that point was this, which really kind of got me thinking. That point was that Ohtani, as long as he is producing at his current level, he's going to be in the MVP conversation virtually every single year, because we have not seen in the modern age of baseball, which goes back way past, in my opinion, 50 years, certainly since 1970, and way before that, actually, now that I think of it. We have not seen a player in the rotation, like in a five-man pitching rotation, who just happens to be in the starting lineup when he's not pitching. And this is almost high school-like stuff, meaning in high school baseball, that's what you see. In other words, you see the best athlete on the team, he hits third or fourth in the lineup. He's the ace pitcher. You don't see that in the major leagues. And Ohtani, with his power numbers, he's put up some pretty good power numbers. He's only hitting about 255, but he's got somewhere in the neighborhood of, might be a little off on this, around 22 home runs, driving in some runs. But where I think he's really helping the Angels and this is not even that great of an Angel team. Where he's got me impressed, really, is his pitching. 9-6 with a 2.81 ERA. That's pretty strong. And 9-6, you're winning right at 60% of your decisions on a team that's nowhere near winning 60% of their games. I gotta tell you guys, that's a toss-up, really. Judge and Ohtani. Both these guys are amazing. And just a few other side notes I had. I was looking through some of the league leaders. Very surprised the Red Sox are where they are, kind of struggling just to maintain 500 or even a little over 500. Look for them, however, to make... I wouldn't be surprised if they make a run, start winning maybe 8 out of 10, 10 out of 12, something like that. I mean, you got 2 of the top 5 hitters in the American League in Devers, currently second in the league in batting in the American League, 324. Xander Bogaerts at 316, and he's checking in at third. Batting, as far as batting average, Major League, or make that American League leaders. No one for the Red Sox, and I'm not going to turn this into like a Red Sox video in pitching, however, as far as the leaders, individual leaders. But I tell you what, guys, that definitely stood out. Now, if you go to team pitching, that's where the New York Yankees have been excelling throughout the season. And they are, as a matter of fact, right now, I'm looking through this, guys, they are third. I was just looking at my stats here. They are third, the Yankees, in the majors, in team ERA at 3.19. The best is the Dodgers, 2.97. Number 2 is Houston, 3.04. Tampa Bay Rays, 3.45. And number 5 in ERA, and you would expect this would go down in the major leagues, is the New York Mets, 3.54. And I say you would expect this will go down because they're supposed to be getting back the one and only Jacob deGrom. So there you go, guys. Leading in Major League Baseball batting average, no surprise here, Toronto Blue Jays 265, Colorado Rockies 261, Dodgers 258, White Sox, Chicago White Sox 257, New York Mets 256. So I tell you what, I mean, you got 5 teams really that keep coming up in conversation as one of these 5 have a great chance. You know, pick 2 out of the National League. In other words, the National League has 3, American League has 2. So you pick 1 out of this group between the Dodgers, Mets, and Braves. And then American League has Astros and Yankees, and they're basically in a separate class all by themselves, these 5 teams. You look at the American League, I mean, it's all Yankees, Astros, guys. It's tremendous a season as the Yankees are having. They only have roughly, I think it's about a 3-game lead, that's it, over the Astros for the top spot in the American League. So anything could happen. Let me know what you think. Very interesting. And that doesn't mean we're counting out some of these other teams, like Seattle Mariners have made a tremendous improvements. Other teams that are in the mix, you know, Minnesota Twins, there's a few others, because all it takes is one guy, one pitcher, one batter to get really hot, and that could make all the difference. We've seen it before. We've seen it before just in pitching. I remember Josh Beckett for the Marlins, 2003. You remember Oral Hershiser, 1988. For those of you that have been watching baseball for a long time like me, Hershiser's performance in the 88 World Series and postseason was phenomenal. Pretty much carried the Dodgers. So these types of things can happen and can make all the difference. But right now, it's those 5 teams, guys. I'll close out this video with that. Braves, Mets, Yankees, Astros, Dodgers. So let me know what you think. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.